You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
Dude, no! Oh!
Howdy do. What's going on, neighbor?
Huh? What?
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 Huh?
Huh?
What happened?
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
Welcome to Moviesucktastic, everybody.
Yes, welcome.
As usual,
Yeah.
with the holidays and everything, we've been kind of spotty on the episodes, so there's
okay.
probably been a bit of a delay.
Shit, I haven't posted the last 3.
Yeah. Really? That's why Holly keeps yelling at me. Come on.
You could tell her to yell at me.
No, that's
She's not my wife.
That's not how it works. You know that's not how it works.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So.
The wife, that's right. It's still kind of sinking in that I'm married.
Yeah. Well, not for me.
Yeah, because nothing changed, except I'm like, $10,000 shorter.
Nothing should have changed.
Yeah.
If you get married and shit like dramatically changes, you've made a mistake. I've made a horrible mistake.
So once again, welcome to Moviesucktastic. I am Scott.
This is Joey.
That's
yes,
baby. Joey. And I still haven't watched Tusk.
Hey, I can't blame you.
I tried to explain to Joey. I told him this morning. I said, "Guess which film I haven't watched?" And I said, "Listen, it's not because of the film, even though I really don't want to see it. But I've really been unable to really focus on films for the past month or so with everything going on. I can't even tell you the last new film." The last film, probably Baby Drivers, the last film I saw that I hadn't seen.
Wow.
And that's going back a month or so.
Wow.
Easy.
The last new thing I've seen, it was Justice League. I actually got to go see that in a theater.
That's right.
Loved it.
My younger stepdaughter saw it. She loved it too. The critics can fuck themselves in their stupid asses.
They really got it wrong. They really got it wrong this time. Not that I'm saying they got it right with the earlier DC films, because for the most part they were wrong with those too.
Don't take your shit out on Justice League just because you suffered through 5 X-Men films and realize you're tired of it.
Yeah, right.
Not their fault. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It's pretty well written, and the visuals are very good. The only thing, and I was telling Scott this, the only thing that truly annoyed me was Henry Cavill, Superman. He was, and I don't know what film it is. I don't give a shit.
It's just the whole mustache thing. He
had facial hair, and they spent like $30 million to CGI it out. It looks weird. It's not horrible, but you can tell when they're CGIing out the facial hair.
That's all I fucking heard about for a week after that film came out. I was like, you know what?
But what you heard were people shitting on it for it. I'm just saying I'm annoyed that they even had to spend the money. And the thing is, I don't know. Will they, after Henry Cavill is done with whatever thing he's doing with the facial hair, will he come in so that they can?
No. Don't. The only thing worse than making that mistake is trying to fix it afterwards. Don't put flashlights in the hands of the secret agents in ET again. Just let it fucking
Well,
lay.
well, I'm
Just
saying
let it lay.
if he comes in and shaves and they can superimpose that, it'll be
I'm
infinitely
saying
better.
don't do it. I'm saying don't do it.
Oh, you're saying just let it
Yeah,
be a part of cinematic history.
yeah, exactly. Don't pull a fucking Lucas. Just leave it. Move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if it would fix it properly
And let me apologize
for what
to
it was
all of our
intended.
listeners. All 20 of our listeners. I want to apologize ahead of time.
That's not true. We have more than that.
I've been having a rough week, so I'm a little on edge.
Okay.
And when I say I've been having a rough week, I don't mean like I've had bad things happen to me or bad things happening around me. I'm just having trouble assimilating everything around me.
Understandable.
So I apologize in advance if I seem a bit brusque this episode.
Brusque.
I apologize, and I'm trying to finish off this bottle of Beefeater. So, and I'm a quarter of the way through finishing it. So. The bottle was half full when I started today, so that's where I am.
Wow.
Yeah, but for me, that it takes half a bottle of gin to put a dent in me. That's the problem. So, all right. Anyway,
it's not too kind on your stomach or your liver, though. In the end.
What? See, I didn't start drinking until I was in my 30s, so my liver's fine.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about doing permanent damage. I'm just talking about your liver just processing what you've done today.
You know what? It can fucking work for a day or two. Yeah, yeah.
Well, what about your stomach? Do you any stomach issues?
No, I'm fine. I had a small thing of macaroni and cheese for dinner, and I'm good to go.
Good to go.
And I had a salad for lunch.
I had leftover lasagna that I didn't. Lasagna.
Yeah, I like leftover lasagna,
but I didn't make it, so. It's like some frozen thing.
Oh, so it wasn't Italian lasagna.
That's why I called it lasagna?
Yeah. So, because I didn't watch Tusk...
Yes.
I said, Joey, what are we going to do? And Joey says, don't worry about it. We have to do our January episode, so we'll just do that.
Yeah.
Now, the upshot to that is that there's only 7 films coming out in January, right?
That's right.
4 of the 7 trailers... we already saw when we went to saw Jigsaw.
That's right.
I was like, I'm already more than halfway through. I only had to watch 3 trailers to catch up, I think. Probably even less than that. Hang on a second.
So the films coming out in January, the films coming out are Insidious, The Last Key, which we saw at Jigsaw.
We saw that trailer at Jigsaw, right?
The Commuter with Liam Neeson. Saw it at Jigsaw. Then we saw Den of Thieves, which we saw at Jigsaw, and The Maze Runner, The Death Cure, which we saw at Jigsaw.
Right. And Proud Mary.
No, we didn't see that trailer, did we? I don't think so.
We?
No, I don't think so.
I must have watched that at home then. I had already seen that.
Because I didn't watch. I didn't watch any of the trailers, but I watched a little bit of Proud Mary. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to save the rest of this for the show. So I know I didn't see it yet.
You know what it is? What'll happen is like every now and then we'll like 3 or 4 of us we sit around, family time, and we'll go on YouTube and watch like fail videos and BuzzFeed videos.
Okay.
And every now and then I'll get a hold of the controller, and then it's a half an hour of movie trailers.
Nice.
Right, and I think that happened. That was one of the trailers we watched, and everybody's like, "Yeah, it looks kind of interesting."
No.
So, but I'm jumping the gun. I'm sorry. So. Just to say, the only trailers that I hadn't seen until you sent me the list were Forever My Girl, 12 Strong.
12 Strong, yep.
And that's it. They're the ones I'd already seen.
Forever My Girl. And I haven't seen Proud Mary, so there's 3 I haven't seen.
You haven't seen them yet? You didn't even pre-watch them before the show?
No, I like to keep that shit fresh.
Oh shit! Okay, well I'm prepared. So, as usual, I'm more prepared.
There's 2 other films. There's 2 other films that are coming out wide in January that I did not include because they're both kids movies.
Oh, good, because I hate criticizing kids' films.
And it's
What are they?
Paddington 2. Now, I've seen the first Paddington. I've actually seen it a few times because my kids absolutely loved the first film.
I used to like the books when I was a kid.
Now, here's the thing with the Paddington film, the first one.
Uh-huh.
Having seen the movie, it is a good film. It's actually a very good film, and I truly believe that it is a situation where the studios didn't get it. You know, this walking, talking CGI bear, and they're like, I don't get it, and they pushed it into a January, and it actually was very successful. So I have a feeling that the reason the second film is coming out in January is because it was successful the first time in January, kind of like what happened with Taken, where all of the Taken films were released in January on purpose. So I'm thinking that's why Paddington 2 is out in January, because the first film was successful in January. Now, the other film has a Spanish title. It's Condorito la Película. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's a kid's film, and it says it's going wide, which probably means it's going at least 1,000 screens, which is, even though that's considered wide, it's not going to make any money that weekend. So I didn't include either of those because they're kids' films.
I got to bring this up because Paddington 2 actually came up last weekend with my wife and I.
Okay.
We were watching YouTube clips about like an IT Crowd and stuff like that. Richard Ayoade, who plays Moss on IT Crowd.
Love him.
Yeah. He's in part 2. And I think she was just going through IMDb because we'll do that at random. And all of a sudden she says, wait a minute. He's in Paddington 2 and he plays a forensic investigator. What kind of shit is Paddington getting it into? The fuck? Is Paddington on Forensic Files? What's given here?
Yeah, right. Well,
I just stuck in my head. I'm like, what?
Well, the first film, the main plot of the film was Nicole Kidman is a taxidermist, and her whole thing is she wants to kill and stuff Paddington. That's part of.
What the fuck?
That's pretty much the plot of the first movie.
Is Paddington 2 going to be like CSI? We have semen stains here. The fuck? Yeah, I don't even want to see the first one. It sounds like they're ruining my The whole thing with Paddington was like, oh yeah, you know, I've got a raincoat on and I'm a teddy bear and I'm going to live with you now. And now it's like, oh yeah, we're going to kill you and stuff you. Technically he's already stuffed. You do realize that, right? He's a teddy bear.
Well, in the film, he's a real bear.
He's not. He's a fucking teddy. He was always a teddy bear. God damn it. I'm glad I never watched that. It ruined my fucking childhood.
No, it's a good movie. I think you might like it. Listen, it's a kids film. I watched it because I have kids. You know, that's really how that came about. Otherwise, I would have never seen the movie Paddington. I mean, let's get real here. So, do we want to get into our first film?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Are you queued up on
ready.
your end?
Oh, am I queued? What are we watching?
We're going to watch Insidious The Last Key. Now, you should be able to hear the audio, so since you've seen it already, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to.
That's true. Just go ahead.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
It's going.
Any day now.
It's going.
I hope they kill her.
You can only hope.
I can only hope. No, because this one we knew was January. Like the minute the fucking ghost puts the key in the girl's throat, you're like, yeah, it's fucking January. That wasn't a shock. That wasn't a.
Well, the first two films were not released in January. They were not that they were trying to make a good film, but they made money. But this one,
they were trying to make a good film.
This one tested so poorly, I bet, that it just, you know what? And this is an early January release. This is January 2nd.
It's like, get that shit out there now. Yeah.
It's like, holy God, Christmas is barely cold, and this movie's being released. No one is seeing this on January 2nd.
And I want to say, I like the first Insidious film.
I still haven't seen it. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not January 2nd. It's January 5th. I still haven't seen any of the Insidious movies.
Right. I like the first Insidious film because they do a lot of old school camera work. It's worth it seeing it just
practical
for that.
stuff. All right.
Yeah, and Insidious 2 was okay, but here's the point. When they made the first Insidious film, they were trying to break out of like certain stereotypes or molds of like these haunted house films. So the big point of the first Insidious film is that it's not the house that's haunted. It's the kid. Because in the first half hour, the first 15, 20 minutes of the film, they're like, oh shit, the house is haunted, let's move. And they fucking move. And they go to a new house. And then it's like, oh shit, yeah, that didn't help.
It didn't
and
do
so
anything.
She starts like, yeah, and the third one is like, okay, let's follow the old lady now, we'll help them. And let's just say the house is haunted, which defeats the whole purpose of the first two films.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, and you know, the whole fingers with keys thing, okay, yeah, maybe in the 80s.
I would have fucking loved that shit in the 80s.
In a comic book, okay. In a film, shut the fuck up.
And it doesn't even look good. I mean, it's got keys for fingers.
And like you said, the whole thing with the quarantine thing with the
Yep.
what's it, the night vision.
Yep.
You know, it was it was used effectively in
Oh, Silence of the Lambs.
No, I'm talking about more recent films.
Oh.
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe. Okay.
Oh, the blind guy.
Yes, Don't Breathe. Yep, that was done. It was done very well in that.
Used effectively then, because first of all, it wasn't somebody using one; it was just a camera doing it. And two, it was just like tension wasn't drawn to it. But like you said, this one is like a blatant ripoff of the fucking quarantine films.
Complete ripoff.
One and two, by the way.
I never bothered with the second one.
Oh no! Hang on a second. Let me retract.
Right.
Not the quarantine American.
REC,
but the Record REC 1 and 2.
Oh, gotcha.
1 and 2 specifically do stuff with the camera thing, and yeah, so that's like you said. More of that.
and I'm watching this trailer, and the only thing I'm thinking is, oh, that's the mom from Detroit Rock City. Oh, they're in a haunted house. I like that movie. I've never seen it. I like Detroit Rock City. It's a
I'm
fun.
not making any judgment. I've just never seen it, but I know her from the first two Insidious films. So
it's a fun, like buddy film or like road trip movie. It's a fun movie. It's good.
You know what? Here's the thing for you. Since you mentioned Detroit Rock City, I work in a big installation now.
Yeah.
I work for a big corporation, major corporation. Check this out. We lost our ability to access our email and phones today.
Oh, that must have been fun.
Because the corporate headquarters in Germany went down.
Oh, really?
How's that for a big company? Somebody fucked up in Germany, and I lost my ability to do my job. How fucked up is that?
That's pretty fucked up.
When I go into the mornings, they play music in the hallways for people, and they play these radio stations, and usually it's just like country or classic rock. And I went in the one morning, and they're playing the Ramones, Rock and Roll High School.
Oh, really?
I was like, holy shit! But I'm sure that amuses just me and nobody else. So let's move on.
Okay.
But anyway, but no desire to see this one, right?
Zero. Dude, I haven't seen the first two yet. There's no way I'm seeing this before I see any of those.
Do you recommend seeing the first one?
That's the one with Patrick Wilson, right?
Sure. And
sure.
Honestly, the big thing the third act is when you'll really enjoy it, because that's when they do that really. I'm talking old school camera stuff for the Beyond world. You'll dig it.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
You know you will. Yeah. Definitely worth a shot. Part 2, if you like part 1 enough, go ahead. It continues the story, whereas this one is okay, let's just take one character and move them on. Part 2 is actually an actual continuation of the story. It's not bad.
Okay.
But
now, the first film was directed by James Wan, and that's probably why it was so good.
It was I don't know if the direction's a major reason why it works.
I don't know if he directed the second one. Something tells me that he didn't. That he probably had either he wrote the screenplay or at least had a story credit. And in this one, he doesn't direct this one at all. This is just produced by James Wan. So he kind of handed off, the reins, and that's why it's probably as bad as it is.
You know you're in trouble when a trailer starts with, from the producer of... Say, who gives a shit? Really? What does that have to do with Jack?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Speaking of producers, can I mention real quickly that I can't fucking wait for the Oscars? Because holy shit, is that going to be an empty audience?
With all the sexual allegations?
Yeah, holy shit. Our beloved actors are dropping like fucking flies.
Dude, Al Franken is going to resign from the Senate.
Who?
Al
Franken, yeah.
Dude, they're about to elect Roy Moore, pedophile, into the Senate.
Different podcast.
Yeah, I know, but seriously, it has to be said.
Films.
Al Franken basically did the equivalent of this, air grab boobies. And he's going to resign.
Women were coming out saying that he was forcing them to kiss her. I kind of understand where they're coming from, but
no, I mean if it's true, then fine. But
here, let me just say that the silver lining in this dark cloud of sexual harassment is that Brett Ratner's fucking gone.
Yeah, right.
Fuck it, thank fucking God. Finally, women have come forward and accused him of doing what he's been doing to film viewers for decades.
Did you hear what he did with what's her name? The girl that played Juno. She was in She was in X-Men 3: The Last Stand, which Ratner directed.
Yeah. Oh, don't remind me.
Well, Ellen Page, that's her name. Ellen Page.
Yeah.
Basically, she was on set, and one of the I don't remember everything. I only remember one thing that was glaring. But on a couple of occasions, he went up to Ellen Page and he went over to this other girl that was next to her. He says, you should fuck Ellen Page so that she realizes that she's a lesbian. And did that and said that in front of the whole crew. And there was a couple of occasions where he said things like that where were just completely inappropriate.
My favorite accusation is when this other producer, whose name I forget, I think it was a producer or director, forced someone to have sex with him while Ratner watched.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I hope Ratner just puts a gun in his mouth. I really do. And you know what? That I know that sounds harsh, but I've sat through all 3 of the Rush Hour films. Yeah, no, I think it's about time.
There's no Rush Hour 4.
There comes a time when you just turn the gun on yourself. Please do.
Yeah.
Oh, no fucking love for Ratner.
And then Bryan Singer has been removed from the film that he's directing, the Queen biopic film. He's been removed from that, so he's not going to be directing that anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
they're like a third of the way done with that, or halfway done, or some shit like that.
Kevin Spacey, Dustin Hoffman.
I didn't know Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, you didn't hear the whole thing with John Oliver?
I did not.
Oh, you got to check this out. There was a 20-year anniversary screening in New York City of Wag the Dog. I don't know how the fuck that gets a 20-year anniversary screening. It wasn't that great of a fucking film.
Wow.
So, all right, right there. But John Oliver was asked to host it, and they have an open panel with all the actors.
Right.
And there's 2 accusations against Dustin Hoffman, and John Oliver called him on it during the Q&A.
Oh, Jesus.
And got in a little bitch fight with him. Then it stops. But then 2 questions later, Dustin Hoffman brings it up again.
Really?
And yeah, and
is there video? Is there video of this?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's been in the news for the past couple of days. It's fucking insane. Because John Oliver is like, you know what? I'd hate myself if I didn't bring this up. I got to ask you. And then Dustin Hoffman gives the typical, I don't remember it. I apologize if I did it, and that's that. And then Oliver's like, you know what? That's the kind of response that pisses me off. It was just fucking like he held him to it. fucking amazing. John Rappaport, David Rappaport,
No, it's Rappaport.
something Rapp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, talentless hack.
If you,
he was like,
it was
like
funny
going off
if you
on,
didn't ramble off a
Twitter.
couple of names, I would have remembered what it was.
Yeah. No, fuck him. Yeah. There's a reason I don't like Rappaport is because
Michael
it's
Rappaport.
Like, Michael Rappaport, yeah, because when you watch him in a film, you're like, oh wow, that's cool. He's playing like an idiot, and then you like realize, no, that's just him.
Yeah.
He's not playing a character. That's how he is in real life. He's just.
I've been saying
idiot.
that for years. I've always wondered how he ever got famous.
Never liked him, and then like this was like, yeah, this is exactly why. This is what I'm talking about. It's like, but no, they're dropping like fucking flies every day. It's like, what's the next accusation going to come out? And as we and don't forget, after last year, up until a few months ago, we thought the biggest thing this year was going to be the whole race thing about making sure we have enough black actors and black actresses and black directors or whatever being nominated. We thought that was going to be the whole to-do. Fuck that. Everyone forgot about that.
Yeah.
No one remembers the black thing. Now it's all. No one remembers white gold. Now it's all like, so, do we have any rapists on the stage today? Yeah, it's gonna be fucking horrible.
Have they picked a host yet?
I have no idea. I'm not even. Honestly, I don't even want to look until that night.
That's gonna be soon. It's gonna be soon because they're gonna announce nominations in January. So I would imagine they're gonna pick a host pretty soon, probably after Christmas.
Remember last year when everybody was pissed off that Casey Affleck was up there after the whole thing where he like supposedly asked, like walked in on a girl in the hotel room and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that? That seems like nothing now. That's like, oh, Casey, you want to host this year? Holy shit!
So what did Dustin Hoffman?
The highlight of the
what did Dustin Hoffman say when he? What did he say when he brought it back up?
I don't remember, honestly.
Okay.
Go just YouTube. Go to YouTube. Google it. It's out there. It's fucking. But it's just like no one saw it coming. And also, just for the record, the audience, New York audience, film audience, there because they're film. If you're in New York City seeing a 20-year anniversary on a film, you're a fucking film hardcore fanatic. And they applauded John Oliver multiple times.
Wow.
Not Hoffman.
No.
No. So when you got film fanatics siding with the limey, you know something's going on. Limey or the Brit? Limey's Irish, isn't it?
No, limey is it's also derogatory, but yes, limey is.
I know it's derogatory. I just didn't know it was Irish or British.
No, it's British.
It's British. Okay, yeah. So it stands.
Sure.
So we're only one trailer in. I'm sorry.
We're only one trailer in. Moving.
Well, there's a go quick. I promise.
Okay, moving on is The Commuter with Liam Neeson. All right, here we go.
No, it's funny. While you're playing it, I'm watching the trailer and I have subtitles, and no one's proofreading the subtitles because it said 75 pounds of dollars.
Yeah, no, it's just $75,000.
And when they say somebody in deep with the mob, the subtitles were somebody indeed with the mob.
Indeed, yes.
So yeah, this is basically non-stop mixed with speed.
Yeah.
With a little bit of
Taken.
The flight plan.
Oh, the one.
Not the one.
Yeah, I know which one. The one where he's the marshal.
No,
he's not
that's
a marshal.
non-stop.
That's non-stop.
And then Speed, but then not Red Eye, but the one with Jodie
Foster.
Sounds of the Lambs chick.
Jodie Foster.
Yeah, Jodie Foster.
Okay.
I think it was called Flight Plan.
You're right. It was called Flight Plan.
Yeah, mix those three films together. That's what this is. On a train.
On a train.
On a train. Those three films on a train. Yeah. And you've got Armin Trout from Breaking Bad. You've got Norma Bates from Bates Hotel.
Yep.
There's just now. Don't get me wrong. I'll watch this film.
I'll see it.
And I'll probably enjoy it.
And here's the thing. I mean, it's a train movie. The only train movie that's probably and realistically worth watching is probably the remake of Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh yeah, I'm actually trying to find the original because I want to watch that.
I do too. I haven't seen the original in a really long time.
Now there's a lot of good train films out there. Now don't forget you've got Silver Streak, which is a personal favorite.
Personal favorite. Yep. One of my personal favorites is Runaway Train.
Runaway Train. I knew you were going to say that.
Yep.
So I right off.
I mean, come
now,
on.
Now also, Narrow Margin.
Oh God, Gene Hackman. Narrow Margin. Oh God.
And I'm sorry. I'm going to say it right now. Gene Hackman has never made a bad film. Even if the film's horrible, Gene Hackman being in it raises it above bad.
Yeah, you know what? I think I have to agree with that. I don't think I've ever seen a film where Gene Hackman's performance, character, his whole persona has ruined a film or a bad film has made it worse. It's never happened.
The closest you get, is when he co-starred with Dan Aykroyd in Loose Cannons.
Loose Cannons. You know what? I want to say I never saw that.
Oh, really? Holy shit! That was like one of the last things that Dan Aykroyd did. I think. I hope. Dan Aykroyd plays this guy that has like no personality, so he fills it with like comic book characters and shit. It's really fucking stupid. Believe me. Right off. It's stupid. And and they're tracking down like a Nazi film and Dom DeLuise makes an appearance for no reason whatsoever. It's really bad.
Wow.
Yeah, you never saw Loose Cannons? Look it up.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's really I personally see that as Gene Hackman's low point.
Wow.
I defy you.
How long ago was that made?
Film. What?
How long ago was that made?
Oh, it's a 90s film.
Wow.
It's easily a 90s film. It's just when Dan Aykroyd was getting a bit heavy.
Dan Aykroyd's done a bunch of stuff after this movie then. You were saying you hope it was the last thing he ever did. It wasn't.
No. No. That's not what I meant.
Okay.
It was just, it's definitely, I don't know. It's 90s, definitely. But, that's the only film that challenges my Gene Hackman theory.
Wow. Loose Cannon. I'm going to have to look that up.
You definitely. It's on my Plex if you want to take a peek.
I think I might.
But I'll see this. As stupid as it looks, I'd see it. And I remember they showed that during Jigsaw, and I looked at you and was like, yeah. Runaway Train exploded? Yeah, I'll give it a look. Yeah.
All right, shall we move on?
Like a little while ago, I don't know if it was last year or this year, I finally got around to watching Red Eye. I hadn't watched it. That wasn't that bad.
Oh, that's what's his face? Wes Craven.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Cillian Murphy and Rachel McAdams. No, I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good.
That was a pretty decent thriller. That was
one of those films. Duration. That was one of those films where Wes Craven is directed by Wes Craven, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be shit. And it was like, wow, this is actually pretty good.
It was like, hey, Wes, don't do anything you normally do. He's like, all right, I'm on it. Yeah, it was decent. I'd watch that again before watching Flight Plan again, which I barely remember.
Oh yeah.
But it's probably my least favorite Jodie Foster film. Period.
Yeah. There's a plane movie called Executive Decision with Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And there is a cameo by Steven Seagal. And
I don't remember that.
Good. But there's a cameo by Steven Seagal, and I remember watching this film with Chris, and we're just going back and forth, and we're enjoying this movie. And then Steven Seagal shows up, and then we're both pretty much in unison going, oh, man. And then something happens, and then we're like, wow, this is a good movie again. The movie's like 2 hours and 15 minutes, and if you take Steven Seagal's part out of it, it's a 2-hour movie. And you really only get about 15 minutes of Steven Seagal.
I vaguely remember that. Does he die in it?
He dies he dies pretty good too. He gets
Yeah,
caught.
all right,
He gets.
I remember. Now I remember.
If I'm
I think I
not
had the same
mistaken,
reaction you guys did.
if I'm not mistaken, he ends up in a plane engine.
And that's one of the. And that film is the tried and true plot device of, I'm not qualified to go on a mission, but you have the knowledge. We have to take you. It's like it's The Rock.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's like every fifth action film that comes out is the I oh no, I don't have any experience in this. I shouldn't come along, but we need you here. It's like. But speaking of which, by the way, real quick,
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's new TV show, Future Man.
Oh. Okay.
Have you heard anything about it?
No.
I caught the pilot last night on Hulu. Check it out.
Yeah. Really. Okay.
Check it out. Yeah, it's got some film references in it. It's nothing smart. It's not the next Breaking Bad or anything.
Okay.
But there's a lot of video game references and a lot of movie references. So we're in like Flynn.
Oh, I'm gonna check it out then.
Check it out, Future Man. And I still haven't checked out this new one, Happy, that came out, but that's supposed to be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Is Preacher not being picked up for a third season, or is just Seth Rogen doing the TV thing too now? Doing the TV thing now too.
Seth Rogen is I think Seth Rogen is a producer on Preacher.
He is. And
yeah,
they helped write a lot of the episodes because Seth Rogen is a huge Preacher fan.
Yeah, oh, no, definitely. And I think he's one of the reasons why Preacher's so good. These comic books, with the exception of no, well, that wasn't a comic book, so I'm not even mentioning the name. But these comic books that are finally being made into TV shows, they're fucking nailing it.
Yeah.
I'm checking real quick here on Preacher season 3. I haven't heard anything.
I still haven't.
Yes,
I still haven't watched
Preacher
season 2 yet.
has been renewed for season 3.
Okay, I haven't even watched season 2 yet. I'm
It's
waiting.
good.
I'm waiting on Mary Ellen, and I'm just like, you know what? I think I might just have to watch it alone. The same way I have to watch Daredevil alone. I still haven't seen the rest of the first season.
I'm sorry. Now that we're both married men, and we can say this, honestly, I'm done with that shit with TV shows. If there's a show I want to watch, I just watch it, and then later I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
It's not like we don't watch TV shows again anyway.
True. I mean, I watched Breaking Bad an entire second time.
Yeah, she did that already. She's already on her third go around of Lost.
Oh wow.
She freaked out because she reached the end of Forensic Files. Say, what do you mean there's no more seasons? Say, we'll have to try something new, won't we? It's like I'm done twisting arms. If there's no immediate interest, I just watch it myself after she goes to bed.
We're all caught up with Better Call Saul. We blew through 3 seasons.
Oh, that's one that we both were in sync on. Yeah, that fucking great. I can't wait for the 3rd season.
4th season.
4th season. Really? 4? Yeah, wow.
Yeah, 4. And the thing is, it's getting to the point of where he's getting into that dark pit, that dark area. It's coming.
And I read an article where Odenkirk was he's like telling the writers, says, I want to start crossing over with Breaking Bad.
Yeah, because they asked him too. They said, listen, is there any chance of a crossover happening? And he said, you know what? If you follow the show, then I can see that it's definitely something that's going to happen. So I'm not surprised that you just said that.
Yeah, it's interesting too. Like if you Google like the timelines on when they start and everything, like it's pretty. They're a few years away from each other, but they can still cross over the characters and stuff.
Well, this is what I think, and I've said this on the show before, and I'm going to stick to it until I'm proven wrong. Season 4 is going to be him actually becoming Saul Goodman. I think that happens in season 4. I
agree. You finished season 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in agreement then.
Yeah. So I think
Saul Goodman's coming out, and by the end of season 4, there should at least be like a partial transition, if not a full transition.
You're going to see a business card on screen or something. It's happening. Yeah. And then
so many good fucking TV shows out there right now.
Yeah, it's they're calling it the golden age of television.
But it's not television as we knew it growing up. Because
No.
for us, television was broadcast television.
Yeah.
That's no longer. When you say television, it no longer means broadcast television. It means any episodic. We need a new name for it because it's not television anymore. It's episodic serials.
Pretty much.
It never occurred to me. We're doing serials all over again. We're back to like the 50s where they used to do like the 10-episode serials.
Yeah.
It's the same format, the same kind of cliffhanger thing, except they don't cheat as much. And it's even the same number of episodes. Back the cliffhanger, like you go back to like the Copperhead and Batman and Robin, they were like 10, 12 episodes.
Yeah, and you know what? It's really it's a real perfect way to digest a show.
It's coming full fucking circle. I didn't even realize that till now.
Yeah. Wow. I think season 4 you get Saul Goodman, and then season 5 they start to cross over. Now, I don't know when it happens, but my prediction is that what?
If the whole series takes 5 seasons, the big finale has to be him becoming Saul Goodman.
Well, not if they're going to cross over.
I don't think they're going to cross over.
Because he's well into being Saul Goodman when he meets Jesse Pinkman and Walter White.
Here's where we're differing, I think.
Okay.
When you and I say crossover, when I say crossover, I mean crosses over with other characters, but before the events in Breaking Bad. I don't think the two shows are going to overlap timeline-wise.
I think it will.
What?
I think it will.
No, it's not going to. I guarantee you. What's going to happen is they're going to cross over. They've already done it with a couple of minor characters.
Yes, I know.
But they're going to cross over with other characters. Pinkman, even like Walt, might make appearances like peripherally, but they're not gonna. You're not going to see the final episode of the entire series is going to be before the timeline of Breaking Bad, but it's going to hint it. It's not. It's going to be everything's going to be before and after, but not during. I think that's where
I can see that happening. I can see that happening where, like, say,
but you disagree.
Well, I could see it happening. Like, okay, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say,
from a writer's standpoint, that's how I see it.
What I can see happening is two things. One, season 4. Yes, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Season 4, you get Saul Goodman. Season 5, you start to cross over a little bit into Breaking Bad. And maybe in the final season, I would just love it if they did this. The whole final season of Breaking Bad parallels the final season of Better Call Saul. All of the shit that Saul Goodman...
the first season of Breaking Bad?
No, the last season of Breaking Bad.
How? Doesn't make any sense.
I'm saying that maybe they can cross it over. They can cross it.
You can't cross over the final season of Better Call Saul with the final season of Breaking Bad because Better Call Saul happens before Breaking Bad.
No, I know that.
If you're saying that there's an overlap with the first season of Breaking Bad and the final season of Better Call Saul, maybe you've got a chance. But what you're talking about with the final season, no, never.
I don't know. I'm thinking they can do it because Saul Goodman...
Gentleman's bet.
Okay. Saul Goodman, he doesn't have a huge part in the Breaking Bad universe, as far as that show goes. He's in it, but it's mainly the Walter White and Jesse Pinkman show.
He's a major part. Well, as far as like his interaction with the plot, season 3 on, he's a major character.
Yeah, and I'm saying you could totally get by season 1 and 2, and kind of interweave season 3, 4, and 5, and mainly 5 into the final season of Better Call Saul.
No, because you're missing the whole point. Better Call Saul is a prequel.
I know that.
So why would they be like crossing over with seasons 4 and 5? Better Call Saul is going to end before season 1 of Breaking Bad begins. Guaranteed.
And I can see that. And I have a prediction for how The show ends. I have a prediction for how the show ends.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Walter White, when he's in his classroom, and he gets paid a visit by Saul Goodman.
Wait.
What?
How is Walter White in Better Call Saul?
Can I finish?
I've
right.
already lost.
All right.
Go ahead.
Picture this: the very last episode of Better Call Saul. The very last episode. Okay.
Yes.
Building up to that very last episode. The final shot of the show is Walter White in his classroom when Saul Goodman walks into the room.
No.
Can I finish?
I'm just saying no, but good, finish.
I'm saying I could totally see this.
No.
So Walter White's in his classroom. Saul Goodman walks into the room. They have their conversation. And as Saul Goodman is ready to walk out the door, he does the line, if you want to keep all your money, you better call Saul. Walks out the door, fade to black, show ends, done. And now...
Wrong.
Why not?
Because
that is...
time they meet Saul.
Yes, I know that. But that last episode could build up to that last shot. Because from that point on, Saul Goodman is in with Walter White and Jesse Pinkman.
We're talking, as far as narrative goes, between the two shows, can't happen.
Now,
Gentleman's bet.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. They have all these flash forwards or present day, the scenes in Better Call Saul. At the beginning of the season and at the end, although they didn't do one at the end of the third season.
Right.
At what point do you think at some point that takes over and is the show?
No, but what it's showing is the whole point of him, like the last time we saw Saul present days when he passed out at the pretzel place.
Yes.
Cinnabon. After like the whole thing with the shoplifting kid where he yells, get a lawyer.
Get a lawyer.
And what's happening there is he passes out because he can't repress this part of his personality anymore. I think I don't know where they're going to go with it, but you're going to see him reemerge, I think, or self-destruct. One of the two,
maybe.
But because I think they're going with that.
I think Vince Gilligan loves Saul Goodman so much that he may not self-destruct.
Dude, whatever Vince Gilligan does, I'm fucking in, because up until Breaking Bad, I thought Lost was the best written television show ever.
Yeah, no, it's Breaking Bad.
And for those of you laughing right now, fuck you. But Breaking Bad was fucking gold.
I tell everyone that because I come across a lot of people that still haven't seen the show, and I said, listen, you should really watch the show.
I am searching. I am honestly searching for a show that surpasses Breaking Bad.
It's not going to happen, and if it does, it's going to take a while.
Someday it might. I hope.
I can't. Is it going to happen for the entirety of the series? Because a lot of series fall off.
Again, this is all I have to cling to now. Don't ruin my hopes and dreams.
Because Breaking Bad, Gilligan decided to end that show when it was still. He could have pumped out 2-3 more seasons if he really wanted to. Well,
see, but you're talking about a real writer.
That's what I'm getting at. He ended the show, at its height. That finale. And I'm not giving anything away. I'm not even going to say anything about it.
Yeah, Lost did that too. Lost said, "Hey, we're going to go this many, and that's it," because
they only did 6.
Right, and they said we know we can't. You know what? In some ways, it's 7 because of the way they split up that one season because of the fucking fans. Fucking fans just need to shut the fuck up.
Well, they do that with every kind of show now. They kind of do. They'll do 7-8 episodes, and then they'll go on a hiatus, and they'll come back and do the rest, so that every episode goes without commercials.
But
Not
Lost was
commercials,
like, yeah, but Lost
without a
was special
rerun.
because Lost had that thing where they're like, oh, all the fans are complaining that they want new characters, so they brought in those 2 new characters, and then it was like, oh, all the fans now hate these 2 new characters. I guess we have to kill them off. And then it was like, oh, all the fans are complaining about reruns, so let's just break it up into 2 seasons. And it was like, oh, all the fans are complaining that the 1 season was all like heavy on this side. And I was like, dude, why listen to the fucking fans? They're idiots. Don't listen to the fucking fans. Oh.
Well, when it lost its broadcast television, so they had to do anywhere from 20 to 24 episodes a season.
Oh, gee.
So it's a lot of episodes. It's a lot. And they did 6 seasons of that.
That's why I love British television. They're like 6-episode seasons.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. What the fuck's that?
Well, that's cable TV shows, and HBO is really the medium that brought it back. 10 episodes, 12 episodes.
And let me say this: that Seth Rogen TV show, Future Man, that I recommended, it's a sci-fi film. It's a sci-fi TV show.
Oh God, is it really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sci-fi's actually like finally saying, hey, AMC and all these other fucking channels are like doing hit TV shows. Why don't we have one? It's like, oh, because our shows are shit. Let's get some real talent in here. Seth Rogen says, hey, let's do this shitty thing about like a video game geek. And they're like, all right, let's do that. And it's not bad.
I'm still, and just call me a geek or just nostalgic, I'm still unhappy.
Geek.
I'm still unhappy that the Sci-Fi Channel changed it to SYFY.
Well, that is like...
That is so dumb.
It was a copyright thing. That's all it was, a copyright thing.
Was
because
it
they couldn't
really?
copyright sci-fi, because sci-fi's been used for the past, 40 fucking decades? Or 4 whatever. It's been used way too long as abbreviation for science fiction. They couldn't copyright it. So they're like, well, shit, we have to copyright it, so let's just change the name.
Is that why it changed?
Yeah, no, I guarantee you that's why. It's copyright.
But it's been the Sci-Fi Channel for like 20 years.
Right, but you can't copyright sci-fi because sci-fi is a genre, is an abbreviation of a genre definition.
Well, how have they been able to do it for 20 years then?
Well, because they didn't care. But then they had a certain point and they were like, well, shit, we need to copyright the name. And like, well, you can't because it's sci-fi, so let's call it sci-fi.
Ugh.
Hey,
okay.
Hey, they're still ahead of Spike TV. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. The only thing Spike TV ever did was they brought back Ren and Stimpy, which was a huge failure.
Shit, I still remember that. I still remember, dude. I remember like being excited.
Oh, me too.
You remember that?
We all were.
Yeah. We were all excited. Like Ren and Stimpy's coming back, and we're all like camped out. I was like, Spike TV. I've got cable. Yeah, Spike TV. Ren and Stimpy's coming back. And then
that first episode hits, and I text Scott. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm the pitcher, you're the catcher. I'm the pitcher, you're the catcher.
Oh.
Or you're the pitcher, I'm the catcher. Whatever it was. It was like, what the fuck is this?
Because throughout the years, there was always speculation that Ren and Stimpy were gay. So Chris Falusi, what does he do? He does the pitcher, the catcher thing, and it's like, what are you doing?
Chris Falusi is a fucking ass.
Yeah.
He's with Kevin Smith on my list of people that I idolized and then quickly hated because he just didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
I still like Kevin Smith. I'd like to hang out with Kevin Smith.
No, not even. Not I don't know. You know what?
I could do it. I like him enough that I could hang out with him.
I would only hang out with Kevin Smith to ask him what the fuck happened.
He'll tell you too. He would absolutely tell you too.
I was like, Kevin. I went to see Clerks 3 times in the fucking city. We're talking Angelica. Going to see it. I was that enamored with you. Mallrats. I was the only one in the fucking theater seeing that. Dogma. I didn't even think that would be fucking made when I read the script. I was with you with Jay and Silent Bob. Even though, Amy. Like, looking back, there were, like, red flags in there. Especially the whole attacking the critics thing.
Yep.
But then, like, after that, it's like, dude, when did you give up? When did you just decide, you know what? I'm just gonna wear hockey jerseys for the rest of my fucking life.
I think it was like right after Clerks 2. Right, it was
Yeah,
pretty
right?
much when
Which,
he directed Red State. That's like
which
was when it beginning of the end.
all right, Clerks 2, still haven't even tried to watch. Can't bring myself to watch it. I'm sorry, can't do it. Red State, I was like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. Couldn't get past the first 5 minutes. Like, holy shit, this is like the worst fucking exposition dialogue ever. If this is how the whole film is gonna be, I'm fucking done. I was. I tried, and I was like, "Oh, this is fucking painful," and we're not even past the fucking epilogue yet. Epilogue?
Epilogue.
Which one?
Prologue?
Prologue. Thank you. Epilogue's
Prologue.
the end. We're not even past the prologue yet, and I'm already fucking angry. Turn it off. If you've seen Red State, I didn't leave the classroom. That's how fucking bad the dialogue was. And like I always go back to Dogma, the audio commentary with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, where they pointed out that Kevin hates it when you like change his dialogue, because most actors kind of like modify the dialogue a bit because they try to get the character and stuff. Right. And Kevin wants you to stick to the dialogue. It's like, yeah, here's the problem, Kevin. Your dialogue's kind of shit. And it's okay for Mallrats or Clerks, but when you get into big budget films, maybe let the people with more experience than you in talking shit actually fucking do it.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah. A mutual friend of ours, Pat.
Yeah.
He and Will went to the comic store in Red Bank.
Oh, how long ago?
Oh, years ago.
Years ago, which is a secret stash.
Yeah. And the secret stash in Red Bank, which I went to once, and I was like this is a shitty comic store, so I'm gone. I was like, yeah, it's like Mr. Fanboy can't even get like decent titles in his fucking comic store. Fuck you. Anyway, like they went and everything, and they went there, and like Kevin Smith, like his daughter, like Harley, had just been born.
Okay.
Or was like new. She was like and like he had her there crawling around the store, and Pat's like, dude, your kid's crawling around a filthy fucking like store floor. What are you thinking? and like apparently later they went to a diner, and Kevin Smith was like at the diner. And, like, he recognized him because he were at the comic store. Like the way he was told to me, he came to the like the booth and like stood in front of it, like, hey, like expecting to go, hey, it's Kevin Smith, and Pat was like, yeah, what the fuck are you? Like he knew what he was doing. He was like, yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not playing the game. Yeah, whatever. And he just ignored him, and eventually he just like turned one away.
Oh God, wow! I would have done that to Kevin Smith.
I've never met Kevin Smith personally. I'm not like maligning him personally at all. But honestly, as far as a creative person, you jumped the shark way too soon. I hate it when like people like Kevin Smith or Chris Falusi, they come out and they're like, oh, look at all this talent, and they're like, yeah, I can do better, and they like go to the left, and then like or the right. I'm sorry. And they go this way, and then this way. They do the exact same thing, but worse. And then they're like, oh, well, you just don't understand what I'm doing. It's like, yeah, I do. You're fucking up.
I do have a question for you.
Yes?
How much of that Beefeater's left?
That much.
Wow.
And that's going in the glass right now, so.
Oh, boy.
You want to get to the third trailer? Or what?
Yeah, we're only 2 trailers in. Let's if we can, let's blow through these. We're already an hour into the show. We've done 2 trailers. All right, next one is Proud Mary.
All right, this is a quick one.
Yeah.
This is honestly a quick one. This is easily.
Song is, from what I see, so this is the best part of the trailer is the song. It's not saying much. I prefer the Creedence Clearwater version.
Give it a chance.
Nah.
Think of
I initially thought this was another biopic about what's her face. What the hell's her name? The woman is the lady that sings the song. Tina Turner. Tina Turner.
Okay.
I was like, this is a movie about Tina Turner? Because they did it already. But what's love got to do with it?
You a cop?
Not exactly.
This actress, I don't know, but she just looks constipated all the time. What? Yikes. CGI bullet.
Yeah!
Who the hell are you? I'm married.
I mean, they couldn't find a spot in February for that movie?
All right.
I mean, obviously, it's coming out in January for a reason.
All right, here's the deal. This is the black exploitation film that Quentin Tarantino wishes he fucking shot.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, seriously. Like Jackie Brown? Yeah, whatever. You Elmore Leonard stroke fest and you failed.
I still need to watch that a second time. I hated it the first time I saw it, but I do need to see it again.
I never got all the way through it. I have to go back. If you ever go back and watch it again, I'll watch it for the first time all the way through, and we'll talk.
Okay.
But honestly, I mean, obviously, there's not much about the plot in this trailer.
No.
But
she's a hit woman. You pretty much get that from the trailer.
Well, I get the vibe of Atomic Blonde,
which was
Last
awesome,
Kiss
by the
Goodnight.
way.
Right. Evelyn. Did you ever get around to watching Evelyn?
That's the one with
Selma
Hayek. Yes, I saw that. I liked it.
It stretches it a little bit because it's all in one location.
Basically like The Raid, but, she's just trying to get out of that building.
If I was going to give you, the film equation for Proud Mary, it would be... let's get this right.
Give me an actor.
It would be a combination of Long Kiss Goodnight and Cleopatra Jones. Now, Cleopatra Jones is an actual film.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's where I'm going. If this is blaxploitation with the female lead brought to the new millennium.
The millennium.
This is I sound like Trump now saying shit.
Yeah.
When he fucked the whole Middle East thing.
I saw a video today where I have the best words. I have the best words.
Basically, but when I saw this trailer, I was like, I'd watch this.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't watch it, but
out of all the January films, this is probably at the top. This is above my list over Passenger.
Oh, Commuter,
whatever the fuck it's called. Oh. This is top. This is out of all the January films we're talking about. Proud Mary, top of my list. Top. I don't know why you're laughing. I'm dead serious. Top of my list.
I don't know. There's all that beef eater.
I feel like I'm falling apart. And you know what? I welcome it. I welcome it. Please, just crump like a wet cake.
Oh my god. The next time you drink on the show, you got to let me know so I can do it too.
Oh, we're gonna do that in person together. That's coming.
That's a given.
Yeah, because there's a possibility I might be moving to Texas.
Yeah, well, that's definite. It's a possibility.
It's like 90% possible right now, and if I do, I'll be further away from Joey, and that hurts my soul.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for you because it's a great opportunity, but yeah.
But whatever house we get is going to have a guest bedroom for you and the little lady when you come down to visit.
Nice.
You know that.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I might be making a Boston trip soon, so we have to talk about that. But
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
my verdict on Proud Mary is I'm interested. How about you?
I'm not going to go to the theater to see it, but I will watch it.
Well, we're not talking theater. No. Oh, it's January. Theaters aren't an option. No.
Unless you got some sort of
Silly duck.
like the
No.
thing that you had where you paid a flat fee and you got to see any movie you wanted. That's the
That
only
was-
way I would see this in a
See,
theater.
that was great when I was unemployed. But now that I have like a job, 9 to 5, like wearing like pants and shit, no, I can't do that.
You know,
Although we might go see the Disaster Artist in the theater.
it's a limited release right now, but it is going to go wide.
Oh, I'm dying to fucking see it. That and Holly's dying to see
They're
it.
already calling. They're already calling that to be nominated for picture, best actor, supporting.
Dude, that's why they released it in fucking December.
Yeah, no,
Duh.
they're already calling it to be. It's gonna get a lot of nominations at the Oscars.
One of our listeners I talked to on Facebook, he messaged me like he's like, here's a list of. He's in the Midwest where they don't get like limited release films.
Okay.
She's like, dude. So he's like, dude, if you see any of these films, let me know if it's worth it. And like one of them was 3 Billboards.
Oh, absolutely. In Ebbing
And
County.
And I forget the other one, but I was like, dude, half of the films you listed are on my list, so yeah. And then I remember him saying, like, later he said, like, dude, what's with that downsizing?
Oh,
Is
the
that
one with
just
Matt
like
Damon.
a waste or what? Have you seen the trailer for downsizing?
Yeah, I have.
He asked me about it, and I responded. I said, you know, I get the weird feeling that they're trying to be clever.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I think it's gonna be the failed attempt at. Remember, being John Malkovich.
Right.
Yes. Remember how like a revelation that was as a film?
Right.
For some
You think it's
reason,
going to be the polar opposite of that?
It's polar opposite. This is the film where they think we're gonna be the next, being John Malkovich, and everybody's like, "Yeah, no, you're just talking about tiny people, and this is fucking stupid." I remember since that whole trailer, like, I think I know where this is going, but I don't know why. And that honestly, my whole response to that trailer for small people downsizing
Yes.
is why?
Why did they make the movie, or why are they downsizing in the movie?
No, like, what's the whole purpose? What's the message? What are they trying to achieve? It's like, why?
Well, I can guess why they're doing it.
No. I mean, like as far as like what's the message of the film?
Oh,
Why?
I
It's
don't.
just-
I don't know.
It's fucking.
I mean,
stupid.
it's not a possibility. So we are way overpopulated on this planet, which is what I'm assuming that the film is going to.
No. That's not what it's about.
What the film is not going to touch on the fact that we're overpopulated.
Not even close, dude.
Really?
Not even close.
Well, that's what I would. If I had to guess, that's what I would guess.
No.
That we're
not what it's
completely overpopulated, and this is a way to cut down on the population.
Nope. Guarantee. Without a doubt. That's not where they're going with it.
Gentleman's bet, then.
They're going for some kind of weird metaphor that's not going to fucking work, and no one's going to grasp.
Okay. Now I'm interested. Now I have to watch it because of this bullshit.
Well, I'll have
Thanks.
to watch it too, but yeah. Next trailer.
Next trailer is 12
Oh,
Strong
fucking war film.
with Thor.
Not even Thor. There's a lot of fucking names in this.
Is there?
The most important thing a man can
Oh
take
yeah,
into
it's Michael
combat-
Shannon.
Yeah,
The reason why.
I knew you'd notice him.
I like him.
Be in this fight, boys. You mark my
No.
words.
Thought the film that he did, Midnight Midnight Express
19 men attacked our country. The 12 of you will be the first ones to fight
was
back.
excellent.
It's us. We're going in.
Knocking on your door.
You know I love you, right?
I would be remiss if I did not say to you,
It wasn't Midnight
even in
Express.
success, the odds of you coming home.
You're 100%, sir. We're coming home.
Coming home.
Are we
this
still doing
January.
9/11 shit?
Follow you. You take me to the Taliban, I'll show you. Okay?
Oh.
It's the Taliban.
You serious?
All right, who's ridden before? Anyone?
Cancun, spring break. Girl's pretty hammered.
Hey, this will be fun.
Jerry Bruckheimer.
50,000.
Yeah.
And yours just an army of 12.
We've just been handed the most important mission in the free world.
Hold on. Our boys are gonna ride into battle on horseback?
The chances are we aren't all gonna make it out of this one. We quit now. What happened back home is gonna happen again and again.
Get down.
Each of you gotta make this decision.
Nothing I'd rather do.
I'm in. Thought you'd never ask.
Hey, where the hell did those come from?
Take out biggest guns first.
I am your biggest gun
Oh God! They actually
The only way home is
using
winning.
the tagline "War on Terror." War on Terror.
This is from the towers. You carry that with you.
The horse soldiers.
From the towers. I mean, you know, there were really big buildings and there was a lot of debris, but I have this one piece of scrap, so you should hand this because it's important. It's not important. What the fuck are you talking about? Here's a tip. If you're gonna do a serious film about fucking 9/11, which by the way, get over it.
Wow. Oh shit.
No, seriously. If you're gonna do a film on 9/11 and attacking the Taliban with 12 guys on horseback, which could we just call it war horses? The guy here's a piece. This is from the buildings of 9/11. So yeah, you know how big they fucking were. I'm sure there's fucking truckloads of debris from that, but I've got this one little piece of metal. This is important. How is that important? Because it's from the debris. Can you prove it? Do you have a certificate of documentation? I don't think you do. I really don't think you do. So it really could just be a piece of scrap metal you found anywhere.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do a film about 9/11, don't include an alumni from fucking Daily Show. Rob Riggle.
Rob Riggle.
Rob Riggle is the fucking
Kapow!
When you see Rob Riggle, you know you're in a comedy, and all of a sudden he's in a serious drama. Dude, fucking stop.
I saw him in there, and I'm just like, oh, he's trying to branch out.
What the fuck cast Rob Riggle in a serious role? And not against Rob Riggle. I like Rob Riggle. I have nothing against Rob Riggle. I liked him in fucking the first Bachelor Party.
Bachelor
No, what's it
Party.
called? Oh, Hangover.
Hangover. Yes.
Hangover. I even liked him in that Ashton Kutcher film, Killers.
Oh,
What's it called?
that's right. That's the one with Katherine Heigl, and he's an assassin.
Liked him in that.
Yeah.
I like Rob Riggle. I liked him in Daily Show. I like him in other stuff. Don't put him in a serious fucking here's the actions that actually happened of soldiers attacking the terrorists. And, and I love the one part where they say, if we don't do this, it'll happen again. And this is like a week after, just like a month after or a few weeks after, like a supposed ISIS terrorist drove a fucking rental truck down the wrong way street in Manhattan and killed a dozen people. And I was like, oh, it's terrorism again. So I guess you didn't stop it, did you?
Oh wow.
No, seriously, what the fuck? Are they still making movies like this? Apparently they are.
Obviously,
But
but it's coming out in
but they're-
January, so that's a sign that it's not. It's a shitty movie. Yeah, and you know what? Usually they wait till the credits to say no animals were harmed in the making of this film, and it's in the trailer.
because they mentioned horses. Say, yeah, we didn't kill any horses when we were making this film. We promise. You know, we're not going to make the same promise about any Afghanis because it's cheap to film out there. I guess the Benghazi film didn't make that much money. Go figure.
It didn't make enough. It didn't make a lot of money, but it made enough money for them to, I guess, consider doing another film like it.
No, they're going to keep doing war films, and again, I'm a bad, like our previous Moviesucktastic guest was. What was his name?
Wow. I mean, how?
Dr. Sarkar.
John Dimes.
John Dimes. Thank you, John Dimes. It has nothing to do with him. I'm just a little under the weather.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
He wrote a book called "There Are No Bad Films, Only Bad Audiences."
Right. As he would say, I'm a bad audience for this film, and when it comes to war films, I'm a bad audience for this film. Even though our last Oscar tirade, I was taken over by Hacksaw Ridge, which I thought was a fucking great film.
Yes,
and
the violence in that really puts you in a weird way.
That film fucked me up. But I got a feeling like watching this film, this is like The Rock, but with horses and like. Seriously, you watch this film, it was like, all right, this is like The Rock. This is like, and we're gonna go in, and Hacksaw Ridge had a bit of reality to it, and that's what got to me. Really, this film, like you watch it, there's no fucking reality. Thor's on a horse. What's his name? The guy that was the accountant in Drive Angry. He's like this bald. What the fuck happened to him in the last few years? All of a sudden, he's like bald and misshapen and like gangly.
Well, he's always been that way, but he's just getting
Now
older
he's
now.
bald that way.
He's getting old now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I hate, because you watch these guys and like, oh, I like this film. So you watch the same film 10, 15 years in a row, and then you see them in a new film. It's like, holy shit, what the fuck happened to him? Well, it's time.
First thing I ever saw him in was the film Drive, where he played the cop, and they had they were the ones
What's
him.
Drive.
That's the one with
martial art film.
No, that's the one with
Drive.
Sarah.
Well, he was in.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not Drive. Is it the film Go? It's the film Go.
Go.
Sorry, not Drive.
I don't remember it, but he was in Ally McBeal.
He was in Ally McBeal. The first thing I ever saw him in was Go, and then
not McBeal. Why would you listen to me? There's no fucking.
I never
way
watched the
Ally
show,
McBeal.
so I'm gonna agree with you.
I'm wrong. Fucking call me on it. He was not Ally McBeal.
I can't call you on it. I never watched the show. If you said that he's in it, I'm gonna agree with you.
Wrong.
If I say it, you could expect it to be correct.
Honestly, I was thinking about him this morning, actually, because I was thinking about Drowning Mona.
Oh.
Father, we'll trim your hedges, we'll mow your lawns, and we'll kiss your ass.
Wow, I haven't seen Drowning Mona in a long time.
The whole film. He was like, sorry about your loss. And he says that, well, you snooze, you lose. If you're listening to this show and you've never seen Drowning Mona, fucking find it and watch it.
That's right.
That is like a piece of comic gold that like was lost to time. It was never acknowledged for the genius it was, but Drowning Mona is fucking awesome.
It's a really good. You know what? I don't think I have it on my Plex. I'm gonna have to go get that tonight.
But Holly's like with me. The one line Holly and I will share occasionally is dude, she's only 14. It's like, finally. And Bette Midler at her worst is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Drowning Moon is a fucking gem. That is like a perfect gem. It's like Fucking awesome.
But the first thing I ever saw him in was Go. The second thing I ever saw him in was, I believe it came out the same year or just slightly the year after, was Albino Alligator. Which was
Albino Alligator is a great film.
Which was Kevin Spacey's directorial debut.
Was it? I didn't even realize that. That's a decent film. Is that based on a stage play?
If it's not, it feels like it is.
It really feels like it.
It almost feels kind of Mammoth-ish. You know?
Well, no, but it makes too much sense to be Mammoth-ish.
Wow, this is true.
Again, if it's a Mammoth film, there's going to be dialogue that doesn't make any sense. Be like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but it's cool.
I wonder if it's a book.
Hang on, I'm gonna look it up now since we're talking about it. But I have to go back and rewatch Go because I don't remember him from Go. What was he in Go?
He was the cop. Him and his wife.
I don't remember.
Basically, Jay Moore and I forget the other actor. They're actors and they get in trouble, so he uses them to put on a wire. To do some undercover work for them in Go.
We're talking about the same movie, like with the kids like dealing ecstasy.
Yeah. There's this little kind of subplot.
Shit, it's been really way too long. Honestly, if you grilled me, if you put a gun to my head, the only thing I remember from Go is I think it's the guy that played Xander in
Buffy.
Buffy.
It's not him.
No, it's not him, but it looks like him. And he's like high on ecstasy, and he's playing with a scanner at the grocery store.
Right.
That's all I remember from that movie.
And he's just putting his hands. He's going beep.
Yeah,
beep,
exactly.
Beep,
and then he has this weird fantasy
beep.
where he starts making out with like the cashier.
Yep.
That's all I remember from that movie now.
Really?
That's only memory left I have of that film.
But he plays the cop in the film, who he's not only a cop, but he also sells like this knockoff stuff. Like he sells like knockoff cologne and everything that they have on the dinner table got from like this this warehouse knockoff thing that they're doing.
I remember none of this. I have to go back and rewatch the whole film.
Right.
It's
a really good film.
Albino Alligator does not appear to be based on a play or anything. There's only one writer listed.
Yeah, it's written by Christian Forte.
Right.
You're breaking up horribly. It's like something's going on with your internet.
What? No, there's nothing wrong with my internet.
Well, it ain't the alcohol.
It could be.
It ain't.
I've got this much left.
It is not.
What's the next trailer?
The next trailer is what is the next trailer? Let's find out. Den of Thieves. With 50 Cent.
Most important thing, keep your finger off the trigger at all times.
This is the one we started laughing out loud.
When that happens,
I lean over to Scott and I'm like, this feels like a January release.
Dispatch! We are under heavy fire!
keep your eyes open. Every cop in the country is going to be looking for us.
Big Nick, original gangsta cop in the flesh.
What's your tally?
4 dead, 6 on the way to the hospital.
I take it he's a bad guy. I'm gonna make you a deal. Give me the names of all the guys that got away. I'll get you a medic. I ain't no snitch. Yo.
He's done, son.
We got a problem. It's major crime. Get to know your enemy, boys. Every big-time crew has been busted. These are the guys who took them down.
Yourself, I take you on the trip down memory lane. This is
gangbangers, these are not.
I already don't give a shit.
Addicted to heists. Anybody moves, you shoot them. You understand? Sooner or later, they'll need their fix. You good? Yeah, man. We good.
I think at this point, I went over to Joey and I said,
the Federal Reserve.
It's
like Fort Knox.
At any one time, there's anywhere between $500 and $800 billion in there. Every millimeter of it covered by cameras, sensors, and motion detectors. Stand across the street and stare at the building for 2 minutes. You have security on your ass.
When they bang, it's never been robbed. That's why we're gonna rob it.
every time I'm on the street, I hear
Man down. Where you from? We gotta move. Where you go? Where you from? Where you grandma?
Next year.
Coming in January.
You know what this means? It means I am a member of a gang. Only we have badges, which means you are done.
When I was 9, Joey
More vest.
back to stand on every punch's fine.
Do we look like the types who arrest you? No one put that seat down. Put you in handcuffs, drag you down to the station.
You shooting for if you ain't walking. You walk.
We just shoot you. Boom. You're not the bad guys.
The Punisher.
We are.
Seem like the whole city go against me.
So yeah, I lean
Now-
over to Scott and I go, "This smells like a January release."
Yeah, about halfway through, and then at the end, big letters, coming January, and then like the trailer ends, and when it says coming January, the music stops, dead silence, and the whole theater dead silence, and there's Joey and I going,
I just know people around us go, "What the fuck are they laughing at?"
The only other time I've had that experience was when I went with Stacy to watch Con Air.
Oh.
And Joe Pesci, not Joe
No,
Pesci.
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi has the line where he says, "I once drove through 3 states wearing a woman's head as a hat," and then it cuts to like a barren landscape, and the sound goes low, and all you could hear was, and Stacy and I and her fiance at the time. And all you can hear is Stacy and I just going, ha ha ha, and everybody else dead silence. It's like, oh, are we the only people watching this film? What the fuck's going on? And I turned to you halfway through the film and I said, so it's Heat, right?
The only other time that I had that experience is we all went to go see The Birdcage. And there was a scene in the movie.
Hold on, I didn't see The Birdcage with you.
Yes, you did.
I saw it with Francesca.
Then you saw it again with me.
Did I?
Yes.
No, I did not.
No, dude,
No,
I'm telling
you're
you,
mistaken.
you were with. I know for an absolute fact you were with me in the theater to see The Birdcage.
I guarantee you I was not, because I went to see it with Francesca.
And I'm telling you, then you saw it again with me. You saw it with me. Yes, you did.
I think you're confused.
I'm not confused.
Anyway, go ahead. You go ahead with your story.
But anyway, the scene in the film where they're reporting on the senator that has died, and the prostitute that he was with, and he says, and she reported that his last words were, "The money's on the table, chocolate."
Dresser.
The dresser.
Get it right.
All right.
Money's on the dresser, chocolate.
The money's on the dresser, chocolate.
And this is why I know I didn't see it with you. We'll have to hash this out later. I saw this when Francesca in the theater. This is when I was seeing A Married Woman.
Okay.
And this is decades ago, and I'm not running for Senate, so fuck you. I
think that movie came out in '97, so it's got a 20-year anniversary.
There you go. So the scene that I remember I lost it at, where the theater was quiet, it was me just going, and I remember literally stomping the floor, was when Nathan Lane, near the end where he's at the dinner party and they're talking about abortion, and he says, well, I think they should kill the mother. I mean, because the baby's gonna die anyway, so you might as well go down with the ship. And that's when I lost it. I was like, ah, ha, 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 bam, 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 bam.
But the money on the dresser.
But you and I will have to hash out our memories later. I guarantee I didn't see it with you.
I'm telling you, I saw it with you. I was dragged to see it. I didn't want to go see it, and you dragged me to see it.
I only saw it once in the theater, so it wasn't with you.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Dude, I'm telling you, you dragged me to see it.
Dude, there's a handful of films I saw with Francesca, and
I'm not saying you didn't.
I did not see it again. It was somebody else that dragged to see it. Because the number of films I've seen in the theater more than once, I can count on one hand. And by will. So all the Star Wars shit when they did the dude, I'm not a Star Wars fan. Right?
No, this is correct.
Okay. When they came out with the Lucas remakes of those, I had to see each one of those fucking things 3 times.
Oh God, yeah, that came out in '97. The Bird came out in '96, so it had its 20-year last year.
Right.
But '97 is when they re-released those Star Wars films.
Right, and when they re-released them, I had to see every one of them with you guys and Gary.
Yeah.
Because you're all fucking Star Wars fans. I had to see them all with my father, because that was one of the few films that he and I actually, bonded on, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then my girlfriend at the time, Diana, I had to see them with her, too. I'm fucking falling asleep during these fucking things I'm seeing. I don't like Star Wars, and I'm watching reboots of them 3 fucking times.
Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Each one! Fucking living hell.
Wow.
So I remember films I've seen in the theater more than once. Scream. I dragged Doug to see. I think. What's the Adam Sandler Wedding Singer? I saw like 2 or 3 times in the theater.
Saw it with me.
Yeah, right. Because it had parallels to my current life, and I was fucking insane.
We saw it. You saw it the first time with me, and it was on fucking Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah,
what a mistake that was.
Wreck and a half. Yeah, that was. That was. I guarantee that was one of Joey's like, "What the fuck's wrong with this guy?" Times in his life.
Well, no, dude, I was not seeing anyone at the time. I was. Yeah, I wasn't where you were, but believe me.
And you know what?
I could understand. Yeah. Well, that was the night I was hitting on the bartender, the chick bartender.
That wasn't the same night, was it? No,
yeah,
it wasn't the same night.
It was. That was the one where I was hitting on the chick bartender, the bar that we were at.
We were in Hoboken the whole night. We didn't see that before we went to Hoboken.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Dude, that was the night we went to go see The Wedding Singer. We went to dinner. Then we went to Hoboken, and we went to...
Clarify. Let's clarify. When you say you were hitting on the bartender, what you mean to say is you were planning on hitting on the bartender up until after they actually closed.
Yeah, this is also true. I was building up to it. And then they had the oh fuck, what's it called? They had that thing at the bar. We were at the Cadillac Lounge, and at behind the bar they had that. You'll remember what it's called. I don't, but it's a circle, right, on a stick, and it had like like lightning or.
Oh, okay. It's not what it's called, but I was calling it a scrying window.
You're right. That's right. But you're right. It's not what it's called. But they had one of those.
That was the place with the Buddha. Because I remember telling Joey, "Hey, look, it's a scrying window," and like, because I'm like referencing Lovecraftian mythology, and they're just like, "Yeah, it's a funny like lightning thing we put on the wall. What the fuck's your problem?" Now, Bahama Mamas is the place we went before that.
We were bar hopping. We went to Bahama Mamas, Black Bear, and Cadillac Lounge.
Bahama Mamas is the place that sticks in my mind because, first of all, the guy behind the bar...
They wouldn't let me in. I was wearing a hat, remember? They wouldn't let me in because I was wearing a hat.
Right, but then the bartender... And they had this weird, like they had like a blow dryer with toilet paper spool on the end that they blow out.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing. For some reason, the bartender thought I was funny, and I wasn't doing anything. The bartender was like, he pointed at me like, ha 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 ha! Give him a free drink. I was like, what did I do? I was like, is he hitting on me? I don't get this. And that was the place where they had the 25-cent
kamikaze shots.
Kamikaze shots, and I went to the girl and said, "Give me 10." And let's clarify. The shots were like in a fucking thimble. They weren't real shots.
Yeah, it was. Well, that's why they were a quarter.
Right, exactly. So I said, "Give me 10," and she looked at me and said, "You know these are going to hit you." And I said, "Look at how big I am. Give me 10." Who are you arguing with?
That's right.
That was the night we had to get the top, and dude, I want to top it.
That was also the night. That because we took the subway to there, and I hopped the turnstile because I gave you my last $1 and I got a ticket for it.
Right, and just to clarify, no one fucking asked you to jump a turnstile for me.
No one did.
Okay, just to clarify, I was trying to get change for 20, and you're like, dude, I got this covered. So he decided to jump a turnstile.
No. You weren't trying to get. You
then,
had no money left, and I had $1.
I had a 20, and I had to get change, and we're trying to find a bar to get change. Like, no, don't worry about it, because at the end of the night, I was like, dude, take my 20 to help pay for your fine.
Was that what happened?
That's exactly what happened. I remember that.
And the funny thing is, they had a lookout that was watching for people jumping turnstiles, and then it wasn't even a cop; it was like a transit cop. It was just,
dude. You hadn't even like your feet hadn't even touched the ground. He was had his hand on your shoulder, say, "Hey, dude, guess what?"
At that point, I should have just said, "Go away." I don't think that they can do anything.
You should have ran for it. He's like, bah!
It's like I'm giving you a ticket, and I'm like, I'm not taking the ticket.
I wonder if you jumped the turnstiles the other way and ran back up to the street, could they do anything?
Probably not.
It's technically not a crime until you've actually ridden the train.
This is also correct.
It only took us 20 years to figure this out, but...
Yeah.
All right, what's the next trailer, sir?
All right, the next trailer is... I think it's that fucking Forever Girl Gone...
Oh, fucking Christ, yeah. Play that real quick.
I think it's only a minute long, I hope. No, it's 2 minutes long. Forever My Girl. And this is essentially like a country music movie.
A shotgun cockback, 68 fastback.
All right, stop it. Stop the trailer.
Stop the trailer?
Stop the trailer.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. Honestly, this is basically Rascal Flatts turned into a 2-hour film.
Yeah, and I fucking can't stand country music.
And you know what? Rascal Flatts is probably very dated.
Probably.
So let me rephrase it. This is like new country, like fucking shitty ass ballads turned into a 2-hour film.
Yeah,
done. That's it. That's all you need to know.
It's a concert filled with Trump voters. That's really all it is.
Yeah, I mean the whole. I cut it short because let me explain to you. The whole trailer is a Rascal Flatts guy singing about country music, and then flashes of his whole life where he dumped a girl before their wedding, and then came back after he was a rich and famous country singer, and like comes back and gets her.
Really? That's what that's what this movie's about?
Yeah. From the trailer, that's what I got.
Should we finish watching the trailer?
No. We're done.
We're done?
We're done.
You sure?
I'm 100%. There's nothing else in this trailer worth watching other than him singing about "Don't Water My Whiskey" or whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, don't pour water in my whiskey.
Yeah, that's it. You're done.
Let's move to the next trailer then.
Everything you got from that 10 seconds, I guarantee you, the rest of that 2-minute trailer doesn't change it at all.
Okay.
You know what's going to happen. He left the girl. He goes back for the girl. It's called Forever My Girl. Done. Holy shit. The film should end with him being killed during the 9/11 tragedy. like the guy from the Twilight films.
Oh, wow.
Remember that movie?
The Twilight. Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. This film. There's a reason this film was destined for January when it was greenlit. I think they even said, you know what? Let's make this. It'll fill the spots in January because it's getting kind of lean.
Yeah, there's only 7 movies. How is there only 7 movies in January?
And only one of them is a horror film.
This is also true. All right, let's move.
But typically, one of them is a Liam Neeson film. Go figure.
Let's move to the next trailer then.
The last trailer.
The Maze Runner, The Death Cure.
What is this place?
Who put us here?
basically Divergent slash Hunger
so
Games.
Close to the truth. Don't you want to know why this all happened?
3 years we spent behind walls trying to break out, and now we want to break back in. I get shotgun.
You can't save everyone, Thomas.
I can try. When the hell does it stop?
It stops when we find a cure.
There is no cure!
Thomas, you can save your friends, or you can save us all.
Yikes.
They lifted a train car with a helicopter. I've never seen that before. Another kids novel, a young adult novel turned fucking mega epic series. Here's what I love about this film. Maze Runner comes out 2014.
That's the first one. Wow, they've made three movies in 3 years?
No, they haven't. 2014 was the Maze Runner.
Yeah.
2015 was the second one, Scorch Trials. Then 2018.
Ooh.
This is like, maybe we should finish the series. What the fuck?
Well, what kind of money did both of those movies make? I bet they made nothing.
That's your category. I don't get involved in that.
I'm gonna find out right now.
Now the Divergent series, which you brought up,
A little more successful, but they kind of did the same thing. They made
there's
all three of those, and I think
4.
they did 4.
I'm pretty sure there's 4. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's a trilogy. It's Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant. Which, hey, if you're against using numerals, I guess it's good just to name each film a different word.
Yeah. All right.
Because who's going to catch that?
So the first Maze Runner movie came out September 2014, and it cost $34 million, made $32 million its opening weekend, $100 million domestically, $245 million foreign, made $348 million worldwide on a $34 million budget. Huge.
Don't make a sequel.
Huge success.
Yeah. Now, according to the accountants, they broke even.
Well, second film came out September 2015, doubled the budget at $61 million, made $30 million its opening weekend. So it's the same kind of opening weekend. 81 million domestic, 234 and 312 million worldwide. So it still made over 300 million. Now, that was in 2015. This time around, no September release, and it's a January release now. There's no budget listed, although I'm pretty sure it's going to be under the 50 million.
Yeah.
But don't see this film doing anywhere near what the first two did.
I think their big budget buster was the lifting a train with a helicopter.
Yeah.
So now let me ask you this. I mean, I'm trying to think back. I mean, I know we had films when we were kids that had young people in them, but did we have this fucking this epic trilogy bullshit when we were kids? Like, oh, here's a bunch of teenagers doing a bunch of things for 3 or 4 films in a row.
No, we never had that. The closest thing we had was the Indiana Jones movies.
Which was there's no teenagers in them, so what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I'm just talking about episodic type,
I'm talking about
chronological
teenagers in films. Or young people.
I don't think you can count Back to the Future. Maybe.
Like, is there an equivalent? Is there an 80s equivalent to the Divergent series? That's my question.
I don't think so.
No, me neither.
No, I really don't think so.
How long have we been recording? 2 hours?
1 hour and 49 minutes.
Wow.
But the Divergent series, the first film comes out, $85 million budget, makes $150 million domestically.
What? Excuse me?
It made
is that in the theaters, or does that include streaming and shit?
No, that's just theaters.
Hold on. I actually watched a third of the Divergent film, the first one. You're telling me that film made $100 and something odd million?
$150 million here domestically. It did horrible foreign. It did 137 in the foreign market and only made 288 million.
Pasty fucking teenage Americans.
Yeah.
Like whining about a future apocalypse. What the fuck?
Then the second film, Insurgent, did pretty much the same thing. They upped the budget to 110 million.
I remember the night clearly. I was in Fargo. I was about to spend 2 days training a bunch of fucking idiots how to use a program.
Okay.
And I was in a hotel room after the first day of teaching a business owner and their fucking stupid employees how to use a program that took me like 2 weeks to learn. And I went back to a hotel room and was like, I want to die. And all I could find was this Divergent series. And I watched the first film. And I got as far as... I got halfway through it. And I was like, I was crying. I was like, this is fucking... This is just beyond fucking bad. Oh.
Well, the second film...
You know what? You know how bad it was?
What?
I found myself thinking, I wish I was watching Solar Babies right now. That's how bad it was. Yeah, that's like, yeah, Solar Babies. Hey, that had some, like, good points to it. Oh, shit.
So the second film made 300 million worldwide.
But domestic?
Yeah, and then...
But how much domestic?
130. So just it made 20 million less than the first one domestically.
Is that just the theaters, or is that like streaming too?
Theater.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then the third film, Allegiant made only 66 million domestically.
That's more than it should have made.
Well, I mean, it cut in half.
What is going on with America's youth?
Cut in half. A foreign market still did on par with the other two did, except now it only had a $66 million take here domestically, so it only made 179 million. The budget is not listed, but you can pretty much guarantee it's probably still around the 100 million mark. And apparently a fourth film is slated called Ascendant, but there's no release date.
Good. Now, I have something I want to do a quick aside on, but before we do that...
The Hunger Games, on the other hand, holy jeez, we're talking billion-dollar franchise.
Well, yeah, I don't want to talk about the fucking Hunger Games. I even read half of the first novel. I don't even want to explain why. Out of the January films, let's do the finger list.
Oh, wow, we're going to do the finger list?
We did a finger list with the January films.
Okay.
Do you have that sound effect? Apparently you do.
Of course I do.
Finger list. Out of these 7 films, which one... Now, for those... We haven't done the finger list in a while, so let's recap. We used to cover like all of the opening films for the weekend when we did the show, but we had to stop because we would spend an hour and a half doing just the opening weekend before we even got to our review.
We would do the top 10, and you're right. It would be at least an hour.
It'd be insane. We would go on tangents, and it was fucking insane. We had to stop. But what we would do is we would go over the films coming out in the top 10 films of the past week, and we would say, okay, which one of these films would you rather cut your pinky finger off Yakuza style rather than see? Like you're at the theater, and your girlfriend says, let's go see this. You're like, you know what? I'm going to chop this fucking puppy off right now.
This is an easy one for me.
Yeah. All right, so what's your finger list out of these 7 films?
I would rather cut my pinky finger off than to go see Forever My Girl.
I think it's unanimous. I can't think of even Maze Runner. I'm like, all right, yeah, they lift the train with a helicopter. I'll see that.
Yeah, there's no fuck. 1, I hate country music. 2,
okay.
2, the storyline. If you're even halfway even remotely accurate about the storyline, I don't want to see that.
I'm going to what's the word? I'm going to not verify. Fuck, what's the word? I want to justify your. It's not the word I'm looking for, but I want to justify your statement.
Okay.
With Forever My Girl, I have actually been to a live Rascal Flatts concert.
Yeah, I know.
For the entire concert, I have survived through that, and I'm with you. I'd rather cut my fucking finger off than sit through this fucking film.
Yep. So Forever My Girl, is the finger list.
Yeah, that's the finger list, right?
Yeah, that's us cutting our pinky finger off right there.
Oh, fuck that. No fucking way. No, I'll watch 12 Strong twice.
Yeah, sure.
All right? I'll watch Maze Runner and 12 Strong back to back. How about that?
I would sooner buy all of the January films than watch Forever My Girl.
I'd rather sit through the Maze Runner trilogy sober than fucking sit through Forever My Girl. What's the runtime of Forever My Girl?
Actually, I have it up on the screen. Forever My Girl is... Oh, come on. There's no runtime? Hold on.
There's got to be a runtime. They always have a runtime.
There's no runtime.
There's got to be a runtime. On IMDb?
There is no runtime on IMDb.
Seriously? No, look harder.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I don't believe you. Hold on a second. What's it called? Forever My Girl?
Forever My Girl.
Forever My Girl. By the way, that 12 Strong,
yeah,
they should call it War Horses.
You said that already.
Did I say
here
that
it
already?
is. The runtime is on Box Office Mojo.
Holy shit, there's no runtime on IMDb.
No, I know, but it is on Box Office Mojo. The film is an hour and 44 minutes.
That is like 25 minutes too long.
That is a long movie.
Oh, the fucking poster. Holy shit. It's the guy with the who's this fucking asshole, by the way, with the thick eyebrows?
I don't know.
Alex Rowe. What the fuck's he been in that I recognize him from vaguely?
It doesn't matter.
He looks like a Casey Affleck, like wannabe, but with like bad facial hair.
He's only done 2 other films.
He was in The Fifth Wave, which I never saw.
Oh, he was in Rings.
I still haven't seen Rings. I want to see Rings. Sniper Legacy. Okay, he's been in jack fucking shit.
He's only been in two movies other than this. Oh no, 3. Hot Summer Nights, Rings, and The Fifth Wave.
Hot Summer Nights doesn't count. Fifth Wave was a major film that no one saw. Rings,
also a January release.
How come I still haven't seen? Do you have a copy of Rings?
I don't.
I don't either. Rings like it never came out. Like,
and you know why?
Never a copy available.
You know why? Because I don't care.
I want to see it though because Ring 2 was so fucking bad. I'm hoping they did something good with the penultimate sequel.
I mean, they might have. Didn't Rings come out in January as well, along with The Fifth Wave? This is like the January boy.
I don't know what time Rings came out.
Rings came out February 3rd. So
February 3rd.
It was on the cusp of a January release, but
yeah. Because I'm still in the band camp. I'm still in the camp that I loved the first Ring, and then like Ring 2 was fucking like painful.
Yeah, it was awful.
And dude, have you seen the Blair Witch sequel yet?
No, I haven't.
This is not a reboot; it's a sequel. I thought it was decent. I thought it was. I would put it like a little bit below the Evil Dead reboot.
Okay.
But I thought it was decent. I enjoyed it. So I was kind of hoping that the Rings, like 10 years later sequel, was at least like somewhere around that, and I still haven't seen it. So.
All right.
I was gonna say, I had a bunch of other stuff I wanted to say, but I don't remember if I was gonna say it.
I don't know.
It's been that kind of. Hold on, I'm almost done. And
well, so is the show.
Yeah, that's true too.
Jesus Christ, this guy was born the year I started high school. Fuck him.
Now here's a question for you. What are we gonna do next week?
I mean, we can do Tusk.
Well, all right. I swear to the flying spaghetti monster, even though it's not my religion. I will try to get the Tusk. Now, will you promise to get some of the fucking episodes up?
Yes.
When?
I'll tell you what. I'll do it. I'll work on it tomorrow morning.
What episode is currently the newest episode up?
Probably 255.
Give me a movie.
Here, give me a second.
Oh man.
254 is going to be the latest episode, and that's gonna be.
I've had way too much gin.
Yeah. Welcome. Oh God, it's a welcome back episode. The description is Scott and Joey have been on a small hiatus, but they are back and in full force. This episode.
And another hiatus.
This episode is mostly a catch-up one. We do talk about films, but there is a touch of political talk to even things out.
So what's not up?
The movies that we talk about are Clerks, Cop Out, Red State, Baby Driver, Wonder Woman, horror films.
Right. Well, what do we record after that? What are we missing?
Oh, I can tell you exactly what we reviewed after that. Episode 255. Let me just get this. Okay. 255 was Galaxy of Terror and the Babadook. Because you got to remember, this was our Halloween episodes.
Okay.
Episode 256. Oh, I don't have any movies listed. I wonder why. Well, that blows.
Well, let's put it this way.
Episode 257. And then episode 258 was Jigsaw.
Now, so for those listening that like are long-time listeners or recent listeners, last couple months we've been kind of off hands with stuff. We haven't really done anything on Facebook. Haven't really been like posting new shows. We've been skipping episodes. I've been a little bit off hands at the show myself. This hopefully is all going to change after the new year.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm trying to focus back on like writing film reviews as well as doing them on the show, doing the Tumblr and the Facebook, and just getting feedback from other people. And I told Joey, like, I've been so out of focus that I haven't even been, and I mentioned at the beginning of the show, I haven't really been watching films. I've been like watching like TV shows I've already seen. I can't focus. Even like reading books, I haven't been able to focus the last couple months. So I'm hoping the end of the year we can get back into our serious shit like been in the past, because we're not stopping.
Because the Oscar nominations are going to be out, and we're going to start reviewing those.
Oh Jesus! Don't! Oh fuck!
I mean, it's going to be coming up very close on you getting ready to move to Texas, realistically. So
Jesus
it's
Christ.
a possibility we don't do it this year.
No. Now, hold on. Let's just lay down the facts here. I don't know when we're moving to Texas.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like March was like kind of.
Well, no. Here's the deal. I've been told that they hope to get us down there get us to Texas, my department, by the end of first quarter. That's the hope.
I mean, that could be. All right, that's fine. That's March. But...
Now, hold on. That's the hope. I've heard nothing as far as confirmations about that. And if we're almost in December, and they can't guarantee that we want you down there by March, who knows?
Okay.
So, let's just lay down the law right now. Whatever happens, unless I'm actually physically moving between the Oscar nominations and the Oscars, we're doing the shows.
Okay.
All right, that's happening. That's
I'm all
non-negotiable. That's where we make up all the time we lose when I'm like, Joey, I can't record tonight. That's when we do like 10 fucking shows in the course of a month.
Yeah. It literally is like 10 episodes in 4 weeks.
Exactly. And the films we don't want to, neither of us want to see.
Right. And then we do an Oscar show, which is like a 4-hour show.
Right. Which, did we do that last year?
We did it through Skype, and it was a big success.
And we did that because...
Well, I mean...
I know, like, last year was almost like I wasn't going to be able to make it.
Right.
The year before that, I couldn't do it because I had to do the travel for work and bullshit.
Correct. Last year, Holly sat in with us, and Mare sat with us for the whole episode.
That's right. I need to get Holly to do that more.
We can do it with the Oscar show.
We can do that because
Mare really enjoyed sitting in and doing the show with us.
Now that you and I are both married, we have to have the woman folk in.
Yes.
We can call it our handmaids episode.
I like it.
I have yet to read the book or watch the TV show, so I that's all I have.
I hear the TV show is supposed to be good. That they finally have taken something with that material.
I've owned the book for like 5 years and never got around to reading it, but you know.
Anyway,
whatever.
We are going way long.
Well, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I think we're due. Do you want to start wrapping up now?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, because you and I end up talking half an hour afterwards, so we're fucked
Probably.
either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I not hear sound? Oh, that's why.
Yeah, turn it on.
Yeah, I had to turn it on. All right, everybody. This is episode 259 of Moviesucktastic. As always, thanks for joining us. Make sure you go to our website at moviesucktastic.com. Download the shows there, listen to the shows there. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 o'clock and hang out with us while we review and talk about movies. Go to iTunes, download the show or listen to it there as well. When you're there, make sure and leave us a review. We always appreciate it. You can go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/moviesucktastic. Everything we talk about, from trailers to when we go live to just things in the general movie world, goes there. What are you doing?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. You can go to our Tumblr page at moviesucktastic.tumblr.com. You can also leave us voicemail at 908-514-4470. You can email us. The address is themovieguys@moviesucktastic.com. And you can download the Android app for your Android device. It's 100% free, and everything I mentioned is in it. You really can't go wrong with it. It's fantastic. And that about does it. Do you have any words of wisdom, Mr. Wilson?
You know, I did. I had wisdom planned earlier today, and then I thought of them. I was like, I should write this down, and I didn't. And I fucking forgot them.
You forgot them. That's okay. So you got nothing?
Warhorse. That's the best I got.
All right, everybody. We'll talk.
Hang on, real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. I mentioned Darkman earlier, and my younger stepdaughter's like, I never heard of that film. So, are you kidding? That's the first film that Liam Neeson decided he was going to kill everybody.
That's right. That was
Take the fucking elephant.
That was when they decided to give Sam Raimi money to make a real movie.
Not that much money.
Well, they gave him more money than he ever got in his life, and he gave them that, and they're like, "Oh shit." But then he did for
the love of the game, and they're like, "Okay, you got us."
Well, he also did a couple of other films too. He did A Simple Plan. He did
right, but for love of the game was the mainstream film
Gift.
he did that no one fucking remembers.
No, I know, but they gave him a lot of money for Darkman, and it's amazing that it ended up going
Not
all
a lot.
They gave him a lot.
Not a lot.
But they gave him money to make it, and it's amazing that he was still able to do at some point Spider-Man.
Because they gave him Spider-Man because he did for love of the game.
I'm pretty sure they gave him Spider-Man because he did The Gift and A Simple Plan.
Love of the game. Love of the game. Look it up. Look up your timelines. It was for love of the game. Then it was like, oh, you can do a real film. We'll give you Spider-Man.
See, we were supposed to end the show, and the music just faded out.
Fade out. All right. Click, click, click. Ah! I spilled gin everywhere.
Well, at least it's clear.
Hold on. Oh, don't breathe in gin. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, of course we are.
That's it for me. I'm glad I spilled that because I shouldn't be drinking anymore.
I think
Good night, everybody.
I think your timeline is right.
I know it's fucking right.
It's not right.
I lived through it.
No, he did The Gift and then did Spider-Man. Thank you.
No, but The Gift doesn't count.
Of course it counts. Because he didn't get Spider-Man until 2 years after he did The Gift.
No, For Love of the Game is the reason why they gave him Spider-Man.
Why would they give him Spider-Man for a fucking baseball movie? When they gave him when he did The Gift, which is like a supernatural movie.
Because he proved he could do a non-genre, straight film.
He proved that with A Simple Plan, which he did a year before.
Yeah, but that was genre. That's genre.
Ugh.
Simple Plan genre. That's thriller. Or mystery, whatever you want to fucking call it. I'm telling you, he did Love of the Game. And like, okay, we'll give you Spider-Man. And Spider-Man was in pre-production for fucking years because it's fucking Spider-Man. You know, don't forget, that was the first Spider-Man film. The first. They didn't just, like, jump into that. They fucking planned that for decades. So, not decades.
That's true,
years.
But he did For Love of the Game. He did A Simple Plan in 98, For Love of the Game in 99, right. The Gift in 2000, and then Spider-Man.
Who remembers the fucking Gift?
And then The Gift.
The Gift was something he did while they were getting Spider-Man done.
You got to see Katie Holmes' tits in The Gift. Everyone fucking remembers The Gift, all right?
No one remembers The Gift. The Gift was something he did while they were in pre-production for Spider-Man. I said, well, I got to keep busy. Let's do this little film about a psychic. And that was The Gift. But The Gift is not why he got Spider-Man. He got Spider-Man because he did Love of the Game. And like, oh, okay, you can do a real film. So we trust you to take on like a fucking mega budget film.
Maybe, I don't know.
And I'm out of... And with that one spill on my glass, I'm fucking out of gin. God damn it.
Well, with that, we'll talk to you next week, everyone.
Oh, we're still recording?
Yes!
Bye.
Bye.